Tuesday, but it feels a whole lot like Friday.
It does.
Welcome to the Kind
I think it's because it's just us here.
Just does,
no one's
man.
here. It's me, you, and Cool Greg.
Right.
We got Andrew Renee in the other room.
Andrew's
ready
there
for
prepping
Games
Kind of Funny
Daily
Games
with
Daily.
Gary Whitta. Big Greg Miller and Kev Dog down in LA to see the Laser Team 2 premiere, which both Greg Miller and Gia Harris are the stars of.
Yes. I hear that Gia, her scene, while very short, is a standout moment in the film.
Pivotal moment. There's a moment where they kick a soccer ball and she looks at the soccer ball as it flies
I don't
away.
want to say she stole the whole movie, but it's early critics are saying that her scene is the definitive scene in the film.
I hear she might get the nom.
She's going to get an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actor. Actress.
You're Gia?
Yeah.
She was in the movie?
Yeah.
That's fucking
We were
cool.
almost in the movie,
Greg's
but we
in the
had
movie
so
too.
many things that were booked that we had to leave set early that day. And Gia came in like a wrecking ball and just destroyed the scene.
It was great. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
So they're doing that. But also, Greg is doing a special episode of the Game Over Greggy show where he's interviewing Andy Serkis.
I'm terrified about this.
Yeah, me too.
I'm terrified about this for a number of different reasons. One, as you know.
There's a certain rule that we have, Nick.
What is the rule?
Talk shit, get shot.
It's true.
And someone I know
we're not going to name names, but someone has talked a tremendous amount of shit about Andy Serkis. And largely it comes from jealousy. And I'm not going to say who that person is. I think we all know.
Yeah.
It's me.
Yeah.
I have the person who's talked shit about Andy Serkis. Here's the thing about him.
You're the keeper of many things.
I'm the keeper of many things. One, whether or not Blade Runner 2049 was a good movie. It was. We already figured that out. Two, whether or not The Departed is a good movie. I stand by the fact that it is not. The middle one we keep open. Fourth one's for Jesus. Fifth, what the hell were we just talking about? Andy Serkis. Here's the thing about it. Is Andy Serkis too talented? Should he be stopped? Okay.
Should he
Started
be stopped?
off with as a voice actor for the most part, right? He's been in some other films as an actor, but got famous for being Gollum.
Voice actor /
in the Lord of the Rings,
capture.
right? Motion capture. Okay, stop. He's a voice actor, right? And then they go, you know what? You want to do the motion capture also? And he goes, sure. Why not? I'll give that a shot. Nails it.
Nails it.
Right? So everyone's like, oh, this is like a new guy, like a new kind of actor, right? Where he can just go over there and like be behind the scenes and we don't have to look at his beautiful hairline, right? And then he dares to be in the second Avengers. Dares to be in there. Great character, bad guy, gets his arm cut off, and I'm like, oh, he can be on screen too, and he's good on screen too.
Yeah.
Great. Chuck, put that in the win category for you, Mr. Andy Serkis, right? And then I watch the latest Planet of the Apes movie, which I was like, I'm not gonna like this movie. And I liked it. And I'm like, when am I just gonna come around to the fact that I like Andy Serkis?
Maybe it might have been around The Force Awakens time. When he went back to the CG, when he went back to all that he knew originally.
See, that's what I'm saying. He can do too much. My thing is this.
He can do too much.
Andy, if you're watching, stop. You're giving the rest of us norms a bad name. You see what I'm saying?
The norms.
I got one thing that I can do.
Norms.
It's sit at this desk, drink this coffee, sip this gigantic coffee water, and talk about the work of other people. That's all I do.
Yeah.
Okay? You make me feel bad about myself.
We're throwing stones from our glass house. What a great phrase, by the way.
Yes.
I just love that.
Yes.
It's a fun thing to say.
There's lots of fun parlances that I like.
Yeah.
That being one of them. Also like, hey pot, this is the kettle. You're black. You ever do that one?
Yeah.
The pot calling the kettle black.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. That's always a fun one.
I don't know about the phrasing of that.
No, we'll keep it the old school way. Ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't know, the Kind of Funny Morning Show comes to you each and every day, 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, West Coast, Best Coast, where we do this show live, by the way. We're on Twitch. We're live with the audience. If you didn't know that, you're probably watching live right now, but if you're not, you're watching it on YouTube. You're like, I didn't know this was a live show. I should totally tune in. It's super fun because we talk to all the people in the chat all the time.
Looking at the chat right now.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Tim's looking at it right now.
By.
Are they saying anything interesting? Absolutely not. Not in the least.
He's flip-flopping before our eyes, says Honey Poo Poo.
What did I flip-flop on?
Just in life, in general. You're
That's
just all
fair.
flip-flopping around. You're like one of those fish out of water, you know what I mean?
Here's the deal.
Another great.
Great parlance.
Yeah.
Here's the deal. My opinion evolves.
Yes.
Okay.
You were the keeper of opinions.
I am also the
That's
keeper
the
of
13th
whether or
thing.
not my opinion on something should change. That is the 17th thing.
And
It's
that
over
is
here.
like how you've just transcended.
I am. Like, I am able to evolve my opinion just like Andy is able to buy whatever he wants because he's one of the 1%. You see what I'm
Andy
saying?
Cortez?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's crazy.
He just bought this sweet-ass little fucking MIDI keyboard to make some tunes on.
Of course he did.
Oh, We owe people a Thanksgiving theme song. Will it get done in time for Thanksgiving? Probably not, but that's part of the charm.
Not in the way.
What if we release the Thanksgiving theme song?
It needs to be around Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, happy Valentine's Day.
Everybody.
Here's your Thanksgiving theme.
Well,
although technically speaking, if it's after Thanksgiving, you're just prepping it for next year's Thanksgiving.
Here's the thing. Everybody's so fucking quick to ditch their Halloween spooky names and go straight into the Christmas bullshit. Everyone pretending Thanksgiving just doesn't exist. We're trying to make up for all those years that we lost.
Let's check in with Gary and see what his name is. Because Gary is the keeper of all good names on Twitter.
Yeah.
He's back to Gary Whitta.
He's not Mary Whitta yet. He will be.
We gotta ask him when he comes in today.
He's the Thanksgiving. He's the one that decided that the Thanksgiving theme song needs to be a club banger.
Oh, I like that.
And Andy's been working on it.
I don't know what a club banger is, but I'm into it.
Well, let me tell you, Nick.
What is it?
It does include a dance break, where with one of those like real deep, where I repeat something over and over, and it does that shit.
Does it go
but
down?
it'd be like, so you know you had to do the little hand turkeys.
Yeah.
It'd be like, twerk that turkey, twerk that turkey.
I like
you gotta
that.
shake your butt,
I
and
like
then you
that.
go stuff that turkey,
you're
stuff that
stuffing
turkey.
the turkey too.
You gotta twerk it and then stuff it.
Let me ask you this question: in this fantasy, do you take the innards out of the turkey first, or do you just stuff the innards farther in?
I don't know. You'll have to be the keeper of that. We haven't got that far.
No, I think we all know.
I do want it to have a rap verse, and I want that rap verse to start with "Gobble gobble, motherfucker."
Oh, I love it. Gobble gobble, motherfucker. Yeah. I love that. That's really good. Let's get on this and let's make sure that this joke does not die on the vine. Let's make sure this happens. My thing. What the fuck? How do I do that? How do I do that? My thing is this. I can't. There it is. I gotta go back to my first desktop. I don't know why I have two desktops on this. I haven't figured out how my Mac works. I've only had it for 10 years. Christmas comes too fast, okay? This is the thing, this is the issue I have.
Christmas came twice this year.
Well,
what a great line.
What a terrible
James
line.
Bond, the world is not enough. I tell you what.
Oh my God, that was when I knew I was like, oh man, I gotta stop being obsessed with the series. That was just bad. That
was so good.
That was a bottom of the barrel moment for the Bond series,
it's
sadly.
so good.
Many people will claim The World Is Not Enough was not a very good movie, myself
Yeah, but
included.
that line.
I thought Christmas only came once a year. No, I don't know. What did he say?
I don't know, but he didn't say it like that.
That was my Sean. That was a bad Sean Connery. My thing is this: Halloween, October 31st.
Yes.
Every year. The next day, you wake up and
Dia
it's
de
Christmas.
los Muertos Eve.
Exactly. Dios de los Muertos. You wake up the next day and it's already fucking Christmas, right? There's another people, Starbucks specifically. There's another holiday in between Halloween and Christmas, and some would say it might be the superior holiday.
Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
Well, so here's the thing. My best friend Curran, his birthday, November 28th, which is always like right around Thanksgiving.
Right?
So we have a tradition. We go to his house. We do a big sleepover. It doesn't matter that we're grown-ass men. We still do it.
I would do it.
But Curran, one time when we were young lads, we might have been 11 years old, expressed to my mom how upset he is that she took down the Halloween decoration. My mom, a big decorator. Like, it makes a lot of sense. Yeah. She's a big production person. She would put up the Halloween stuff and then take it down and immediately put up the Christmas stuff. Curran's just like, dude, where's the Thanksgiving?
What about Thanksgiving? That's what I'm saying.
She bought a turkey, and every year to this day puts that fucking turkey up. Like a fake turkey.
I was going to say.
That would be bad.
That she just has a turkey chained over her living room. It's like, ha ha! You ever seen a turkey? They're
Turkeys
fucking
are scary,
big.
dude. They're like kind of like raptors.
Dude, I was up in, well, they say dinosaurs now were more akin to birds than they were.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. I was up in Napa after the fires a few weekends back, and there was a pack of wild turkeys that was just kicking it at the hotel that I was at.
What's a pack of turkeys called? A flock of seagulls? No.
A flock of turkeys? I don't know.
Flock of
Probably.
turkeys?
I would imagine
Flock.
they're kind of birds,
Sounds like
right?
a flock.
A flock of turkeys?
Yeah.
I just called them a gang because they were doing some
Turkey gang.
They were doing some fucking cool great gang shit.
Yeah.
Like where people would come and near them and like one of them would like, what? And
do
by
that.
by people I mean small children because parenting apparently in Napa is not what it used to be.
Parenting,
People
not
were just
what
like,
it used
go
to be.
pet the fucking wild turkey. And this thing's like the size
Go
of a
pet
kid.
the wild turkey.
It was a bad idea. I was like, I'm a little scared for myself. And I'm pretty sure I could punt one of these fucking turkeys at least 10 feet.
Dude, turkeys
But
are
a small child?
They're chunky, you know what I mean?
grab
Like,
my neck.
there's a bunch of YouTube
Ride 'em.
videos. You know how you fall down the YouTube rabbit hole, you start watching a bunch of weird shit? One time, I randomly was looking up turkeys. And there's a bunch of videos of turkeys chasing people down. Yeah. And there's one in particular of a mailman that got trapped in his little mail wagon, mobile, as this fucking turkey, mail truck, as this turkey like stalks him and goes around. And it's so funny because they move so stupid, they're kind of like big pigeons.
They are.
And they do that thing, and then it's like the guy is like filming from inside the cockpit of the mailmobile, and then you see this fucking turkey's head pop up next to the window, like all sideways.
That's fucking terrifying. Man, when a turkey wants to kill you,
it is a gaggle of turkeys.
It is a gaggle? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
I thought it was a gaggle of geese. Is turkeys the same thing?
Is it saying rafter?
What?
Is it saying rafter? Everyone's saying
Someone said rafter. A
A rafter of turkeys.
It's a rafter of turkeys. Either way, a turkey. You ever look at a turkey and be like, you're just like a small ostrich? You're just like a mini ostrich, like someone fucked you up?
Kind of.
Kind of right.
Oh, yeah. No, I can see that. Ostriches are weird, too.
Ostriches are very, they get violent, too, from what I understand.
There's a lot of animals.
What you need to do is you take a step back, and then you just Lyoto Machida karate fucking punch them right in the face. Just like
They got some tiny little heads, though.
Yeah, you fuck them up, man. It rings their bell. And then they can't.
I'm confusing emus and ostriches right now. They're kind of similar.
Kind of similar, I think.
Yeah.
It's similar to like, I think. I don't know. We don't know shit about the animal kingdom. Ladies and gentlemen, a couple housekeeping things. Obviously, today's episode of the Kind of Funny Morning Show is brought to you by kindoffunny.com/store. Cool, Greg. Let's go over to that, where you can not only get. I'll speak slowly while you go to it.
Yeah, so I ended wrong.
Kindoffunny.com/store, where you can not only get this shirt. You can actually probably get this shirt as well, but we don't want you to buy that because that would be supporting Sugar Pine 7. They're already too goddamn talented. You can also get the. Are we going to it, Cool, Greg?
There's no link. Do you want me to Google this or something?
Go to kindoffunny.com/store.
Sorry.
That's okay. We'll wait. You can also get the party mode slip pint.
Slipping it.
Slipping it.
Slipping it.
You got to get the slip in it.
Kind of funny slip and slide. Coming soon.
There we go. There we go. Pull that up. Pull that up.
Boom.
Now right down there. Now one day we're gonna do a party mode with the shirts on and that, and it's gonna be so much party mode. You're gonna be bursting
Too much
with party
party.
mode. It's gonna be great. Those are actually really cool. I'm excited about those. I want one. I also want one with my face on it.
I had a dream last
why.
night, Nick. This is a true story.
Yeah.
I had a dream last night that me and you were at a party, and it was like a cool young hip kid party, and we were both very terrified. Like we were actually scared about what was going on around us, and scared for our safety.
Yeah. Now you know what every night of my life is like. I live in constant fear. Not because I'm scared of other people, but because I'm scared I just don't understand what's going on around me.
Yeah.
And that's just who I am. That's where I'm at.
Man.
I feel like every time I go anywhere, everyone knows more about everything than I do. Because it's probably true.
Well, Cool Greg knows a lot more about things than any of us do. He walked in today.
Oh, we're gonna get to that.
Okay,
We're gonna get to that. Let me get through all the housekeeping
Okay,
stuff first.
let's
Coming
do
up on the
that.
show, we have some Wonder Woman news. We have some George Miller suing Warner Brothers news. Doing a little Batman teaser for the new animated show. And Tim and I are gonna go do a deep dive into the new Super Mario Brothers movie that's coming out. The Super Mario Brothers movie, which is a new movie. It's not a new Super Mario Brothers. That's confusing. You know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
It's a whole franchise.
It is.
But first, huge congrats. There's some congratulations in order.
Oh, absolutely.
Of course, our good friend and coworker, Andrew Renee, has been nominated for Trending Gamer of the Year.
So now the job is in your hands, people. We need to vote. This one is voted by the people.
Yeah.
For the people.
Can people go vote right now?
Yes, you can
Okay.
go. You can. There's a gaggle of ways to vote.
There's a rafter of
ways to vote. You can actually just go to Google and type in Game Awards voting, and it'll all pop up.
Right.
Or you can go to the Facebook thing for Game Awards, or you can go to Twitter, or you can just. There's so many ways.
Is this Bitly link? Is that how Jeff Keighley would prefer us to vote?
That is
should
a
we
way.
call Should
That
we
is
call
a
Jeff
way.
Keighley? I'll copy and paste this into the thing, and people
Into
can
the
go
chat.
vote. Here's the thing, guys. Here at Kind of Funny, most of us are winners. Okay. Not myself, but champion. Greg is two-time Trending Gamer of the Year. Didn't he?
Yeah.
Got nominated twice. Whatever, it doesn't matter. And that's because of you guys. Okay, you guys keep us going. Between you, me, Tim, and the 1,500 to 1,600 of you guys that are watching right now, we need to make this happen.
Do it.
Okay, because it's cool.
It is really cool.
And this is the power of our community. Is to totally leverage that power to win shit.
Hell.
You know what I'm talking about? So get on board,
Eye of the
people.
tiger,
Everyone, please
thrill
go
of the
vote
fight.
right now.
You know what
Also
you do.
because Andrew deserves it. But
It
there's,
is
but there's that
Andrew's
as
year.
well.
Here's my thing.
There's that as well.
It is actually Andrea's year. I've known her for a very long time, and she's had a lot of good years. 2017, though,
Great year.
her best year.
Best year yet.
I truly believe that. She got What's Good Games. She got Kind of Funny Games Daily. She had the Nintendo World Championships.
She puts up with Kevin on a almost daily basis. Okay, that alone, Nobel Peace Prize. I mean, I think all of us should win that, first of all.
Damn.
I don't know how Cool Greg hangs out with Kevin nonstop. I mean, someone should give him just maybe like a Quaalude or something. Let him just go off into the corner and hang out.
Yeah.
But anyway, that is great news. That is fantastic
That
news.
is great news.
Of course.
So, congrats to her.
There you go. PSX community event schedule is up on the Kind of Funny Facebook group, Reddit, and forum. So go over there, check that out if you're going to be anywhere in the San Diego area for PSX. PSX is in San Diego this year, right? That sounds right.
No, it's not. It's in Anaheim.
It's in Anaheim.
Then they're going to.
Oh, but then everyone's going to San Diego for the community Christmas party at Polite Provision. That is going to be a long drive. Enjoy that drive. Mm-hmm. That is not. They're not close to each other.
Going back to Andrea real quick.
Yes.
Yesterday, I forgot where this was. It might have been the Reddit. It might have been somewhere else. But I saw someone say that if you look up the word professional in the dictionary, it's a picture of Andrea.
Is that true? I hope that's true.
I like that.
I hope that's true.
That's not true, Nick. What do you mean?
If not, we should definitely do. No, like Wikipedia. How do we get it so we define professional?
Wikipedia.
Like Andrea's
it's
picture
just her
comes
bio.
up. That'd be amazing. That'd be amazing. What would it be for me? Goofball?
Oh,
Degenerate?
man, I don't know, Nick. Let's not go down that
Let's not go down that road.
Who knows?
Ladies and gentlemen, it is news time. Of course, quick reminder, if you want, we're going to be reading tips a little bit later in the show. If you want to give us a tip, we will read your tip at the $5 or above level. So if that's your opportunity to talk directly to us or at us, depending on your mental and emotional state right now. Also, there's this thing called bits. You can accumulate them somehow. We haven't figured out how they work. Supposedly, 350 bits is $5, but you have to buy them in $700 bit increments. Either way, we're saying the 500 bit threshold is where you're at, and we'll read that. If not, we'll gloss over it, and then we'll judge you silently when the camera's off. That's how it's going to go. All right, Tim, it's time for news. Now,
Let's get to the news.
Earlier today,
Yes.
our esteemed colleague, Cool Greg, came in and said, hey, I want to talk about all the stuff that's going on in hip-hop, right? And I don't know what's going on in hip-hop, and you probably do kind of know what's going on in hip-hop, but I can guarantee that we don't know nearly as much as what Cool Greg knows. So I am introducing a new segment on this show called All Sorts of Hip-Hop with Cool Greg. Ladies and gentlemen, 15 seconds, Cool Greg.
I get to go? All right, man. Meek Mill got sentenced to 2 to 4 years after being on probation for years and years and years and being good, helping the youth, man, helping the kids. Thanksgiving time, giving them turkeys, man. All right? FBI's looking into the judge, right? The judge asking him to hop on tracks, hop on songs. That ain't cool. We can't do that shit.
5 seconds. Go, keep
Fuck
going.
that. I got Tekashi, man. Trippie Redd, they going at it. Blows for blows on Instagram, fighting each other, uploading it, talking big shit. It's crazy, man. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
I mean,
the Migos just jumped Extension yesterday. They just straight up jumped him. What the fuck? You can't just jump Extension. He summons demons at people. Like, he's really something else, bro. I don't know. You just can't do that. Also, Eminem dropped a good song. What the fuck? Good shit. You know what I mean? Like a good single. Shout out him. You know, Cameron, fire ass mixtape. Black Album, one of the best albums of all time, dropped today, 14 years ago. What's happening?
Now, that was just a shy under a minute, but I was enjoying it so much I stopped counting.
There was a lot there.
That was a great. That
Now,
has to be a segment from now on.
I have a lot of questions about a lot of it.
Yeah, can we roll back to the point where Migos, a group of adult males, jumped someone and didn't get arrested for that?
The real question I have there is who's summoning demons?
Extension, man, he's crazy.
That's a
real life
commonly known thing about
crazy,
Extension,
man.
Tim. I'm surprised you don't know that. Even I knew that. Extension summons demons sometimes.
Yeah, man.
No, real news, how is that? How is the new Eminem song? Is it good?
Good is a very subjective word.
Where does it rank if you had to listen to that song or Taylor Swift's Look What You Made Me Do?
I'm with Taylor, bro.
All right, well,
Yeah.
there it is.
Well, here's the thing. Like, the new Eminem song sounds like a toned-down Macklemore song. And
Okay.
I don't mean that as a compliment. It's
Okay.
kind of like,
Interesting.
It's really, it's very corny.
Okay.
It's very, like, preachy and whiny. And it's like, it's what you'd expect from Eminem these days. But having said that, it's very different than a lot of other things he's done in the last decade or so.
Okay.
But he's still, somehow, even when he's whispering, he still sounds like he's screaming. Like, I want someone to look at him and be like, hey, dude,
You're a
no one
60-year-old
likes it
man.
when you scream. No one liked it when you did the accent. And we got over that. We did. It was great. That time has come and gone. Thank fucking God. Two
Right.
albums of that bullshit.
What was
But
the
then-
accent?
He used to do this funny thing, but he did this thing to make words rhyme, and it was like, it's really bad. He did it all on Encore and Relapse. He started it on Encore, and on Relapse, he's like, fuck it, we're going all in on this shit.
Does that make sense, Cool Greg? Did he do that? I'm just fact checking. Is that what
Yeah,
happened?
he's supposed to sound like the dog, right? They used to like sniff J-Lo's butt and stuff. The dog on the
Yeah.
MTV Awards?
Oh yeah,
Doing,
That's why he rapped.
like that bullshit.
Okay.
It started with that song, and then he just went all
wait,
in.
is he Triumph the insult dog, or is it someone else?
No,
Okay.
I mean that's what he was trying to do. Like that's exactly what he was doing.
Oh, that's funny.
Triumph was in the video, and
Triumph's
then
hilarious.
and then he came back with Recovery, and he literally apologized on Not Afraid. He's like, "Yo, the accent, my bad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry."
Thought it was a good idea. It felt right at the time. I was doing those kind of drugs, but now I'm not doing those drugs anymore. I realized the accent, not.
Yeah,
not
but then
cool.
that album, he introduced this thing where he would have a really like choppy flow, and all of a sudden he'd go from rapping like this to structuring me like this for no reason. And it's like, oh man, no one wants to hear that. And then he hasn't stopped that. And now he's like just doing this weird.
Look,
whisper-
you can't. Here's the deal. You can't do the same good, consistent product all the time, right? Every once in a while, you just got to do something crazy. You know what I mean?
So
That's
now-
how you stay
now
relevant.
he's whispering on a track
That's
with
how you stay
Beyonce.
relevant, you know?
Now, here's the thing: when you break it down lyrically, there's a lot of cool stuff going on, and this is the most excited I've been for an Eminem album in
Okay.
10 years.
Yep.
So there's some good to come from this, but we'll see. We'll see.
Well,
is
I'll
the song
be-
good? The answer is no.
All right. Well, as we all know, I am the final word on whether or not something is good, as I am the keeper of all good things and all bad things here at Kind of Funny. So I'll listen to the song at some point in the next 6 months and let everyone know. Hold your breath for that. Next news
chorus
story.
is amazing, man. With Beyonce,
The chorus is amazing.
kills it.
Beyonce.
Well, here's the deal. We're going to go get food at some point. We're going to listen to this
Sure.
There we go.
on the ride there.
Sure.
Just like that one time when Cool Greg and I had to go run an errand. I think we had to go Taco Bell, and the slappening happened.
The
Remember that?
slappening.
I can't.
How could you forget the slappening?
The slappening was the best thing. We get in the car. Cool Greg's like, "Yo, man, you want to get some slap? We slapping?"
We
I was
slapping?
like, "We are fucking slapping right now."
Doesn't
dude."
sound like Cool Greg, but
He said something about slapping. Oh, he said that song is slapping. I'm like, "What
Yeah.
song is slapping?"
It's like, cannot slap.
well, he is trying to slap is the Cool Greg thing.
Yeah.
Right. So therefore, the natural evolution of that is that thing is slapping, and then if we're all slapping together, it's the slapping.
I love it.
I love it too. I love everything about. I love Cool Greg, and I love how I react to Cool Greg. Cool Greg. Let's bring up this next news story. Not much of a story here. Just Wonder Woman 2 moved up to November 2019. Warner Brothers moved up Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman 2 6 weeks. Gadot. 6 weeks to November 1st, 2019 from December 13th, 2019. The studio made the announcement Monday. Patty Jenkins is returning to direct. It's the first title to land on November 1st, 2019. The new date also places Wonder Woman 2 7 weeks ahead rather than a single week from Disney's Lucasfilm's Star Wars Episode 9, which opens on December 20th, 2019. The November 1st, 2019 date is a week before the opening of the 25th James Bond movie. But I'm going to go ahead and follow that quote up with a quote. We don't give a fuck about that Bond movie. They don't give a shit about Bond movie. This is a smart move on their point. No, but if they had launched a week before Star Wars, that would have gotten fucking creamed.
Yeah.
I don't care how much people love Wonder Woman 2. Star Wars trumps everything.
Dude, speaking of Star Wars, just
Yeah.
a quick thought that I had last
Yes.
night.
Okay.
What are the chances of Luke busting out his green lightsaber in this movie? Because I don't know if I can handle that.
Well, wouldn't he though? What color would his lightsaber be?
Well, I mean,
He
we
still
don't-
had it at the end of the other one, right?
Yeah, at the end of Jedi, he did.
It's conceivable that he lost it with his keys. He was like, "Where is my fucking
Where'd it
lightsaber?
fucking go?"
I thought it was just on me."
But like,
Wait, he's like-
I wouldn't be surprised if they
That's
pulled
not
some
coming.
bullshit of like he gave it all up and he doesn't have it anymore and like he doesn't need it. He's
Oh,
too
Luke's
strong
got
in
his
the Force.
lightsaber.
I fucking hope, man.
But I mean, Yoda didn't need a lightsaber at a certain point, right? He just went like,
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm a little worried because Luke in black with the green lightsaber is the fucking coolest thing that ever existed. Period.
But I think, yeah.
Wrap it up, boys.
we'll
We're going
see.
home.
Did you see the international poster for IMAX? The IMAX for Last Jedi?
Uh-huh.
Rey's in complete red in it.
Complete red.
Yeah, she's in all red.
Oh, that's.
Like,
They did a stylized set of posters where everyone was wearing red.
okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's very indicative of what's going on here.
I'm pretty excited. We're so
Red,
close.
the color of
Dude,
Sith.
It's a month from today.
Who are you?
Who are you?
Who are you? I'm Nick. Hi. How's it going? Let's get a cocktail. That's that news story. That's cool. Wonder Woman 2, Patty Jenkins. Fantastic. We're all excited about that. This next one is a little bit of a bummer. This comes from a site called IGN.com. Alex Gilyadov writes, Mad Max Fury Road director George Miller is suing Warner Brothers for failing to pay him a multi-million-dollar bonus for his work on the film. Sydney Morning Herald reports Miller is taking the studio to court in Australia as Miller believes Warner Brothers was contracted to pay him a $7 million bonus if Fury Road came in at a final cost of less than $157 million. Warner Brothers says the movie did in fact go over budget, but Miller believes he is still entitled to that bonus because of decisions that forced substantial changes and delays, which ultimately put the film over budget. Quote, "We disagree and will vigorously defend against these claims," Warner Brothers said in a statement to Deadline. Miller will test an Australian consumer law which focuses on Warner Brothers allegedly making a deceptive deal that did not properly inform the filmmaker how added costs would factor into budget calculations. The director also has an issue with Rat Pack Entertainment helping to finance Fury Road because, according to the director, he had a deal giving the company the first chance to supply the funding.
Everyone's getting sued, man.
Everyone's getting
Left
sued,
and right.
man. This is not necessarily uncommon practice. There's always creative accounting that happens with a lot of these films so that the studios can recoup costs any which way. I don't know what the real story is going on here, but I'll tell you what. Someone owed me a $7 million thing. I don't give a shit if it was my fault or not. I'd probably be like, yeah, I gotta try to go after this. It's $7 million.
Yeah.
That's mad money right there.
That is mad money.
That's the kind of money that Migos has, which allows them to go jump. Who'd they jump?
Transcender.
Transcender.
Extensions. Extension cord.
Extension.
Extension.
3 X's.
What?
I love
You can't write it, Nick.
Cool, Greg. Every week from now on. What is today? Tuesday? Every week, hip hop wrap up. All sorts of hip hop.
Stop. Stop.
Triple extension, man.
Dude, can you, Nick,
Yeah.
read to the people how he spells extension?
Extension is spelled XXXTENTEION. There's
No rhyme or reason.
They don't even care anymore. They're not even trying to
Can
make
you
it
show the
phonetic
people?
anymore. Now it's just whatever it needs to be.
Cool, Greg, show the people.
I don't know if that's how you spell it.
I mean, it looks right.
I think that's how you spell it.
Why is there no images of him? He's super famous.
Oh, maybe take the E out. Extension.
There we go.
There it is.
Okay.
Okay, that's how you spell it. So it wasn't an E. So it's XXXTENTACION.
I mean, that's also
Which
wrong.
makes sense. Well, I mean, triple X makes sense if you're trying to be like.
Yeah, but the tension part of it is just wrong. That's not how you spell extension.
I can't even look. Extension. Yeah, you're right. Is it? I don't know. Cool, Greg, spell regular extension for me right next to that. How do you spell extension? Extension.
Doesn't it end with S-I-O-N?
I got it right.
Yeah, it does.
I got it right.
You did? Oh my God, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense though, because you change the C to an S, it's hip hop, that's cool. Triple X, maybe it makes you think of porn, that's great too. Or it makes you think, more importantly, of Vin Diesel's heralded series, the Triple X series, which have 3 movies in them. That's right, they made
They're
3
done. Yeah.
Triple X movies.
One movie for each X.
Vin Diesel, 74-year-old man, still doing it, still kicking.
Still fucking kicking, man.
God bless him. So why did they just knocked him out? Is this it? Is this the
This
thing?
something just happened a second ago, like a month
We'll bring this
ago.
up. Oh shit!
Pull it up.
Pull
Show
it
the
up.
people.
This
World
happened a
star.
couple months ago.
Let's go back. So this is Extension, Triple X Extension, performing at a concert. And someone just fucking,
He just doesn't get back up.
well,
He
that was
just
a
doesn't
really,
get back up.
really hard hit.
Sweet Jesus, man.
Are they just beating him up? Or
This ain't cool.
Oh, they're beating up the guy that punched him.
Yeah.
All right.
That guy's just kicking. He's just getting some kicks in. That guy, that's fucked up because that guy just came in and started kicking someone else. This is just an excuse for people to kick each other. That's inexcusable.
That is inexcusable.
Someone punches you in the face, you kick that person. You don't kick other people. That's how this works, people. Next news story. Let's go into this. This is not much of a news story. This is more of a trailer. Let's go into this next thing.
Coming.
The amazing.
I'll skip that out. Did I put that in there? Just scrub through this a little bit. This is cool. It's a new Batman animated movie, Gotham by Gaslamp. Have you seen this?
I've heard about it. I haven't seen the trailer.
It looks pretty cool. It's like Jack the Ripper time. Like Batman's
Cool.
going after Jack the Ripper. It's kind of cool. I'll definitely give it a watch. You know,
Their animated movies
Warner Bros.
are
animation
pretty
movies
good.
generally tend to be
Yeah.
way better than their live action movies.
Some of them are really good.
Yeah.
You gotta love their style, though.
It's great. Now, cool. Shout out to Bruce Greenwood, of course, reprising the role of Bruce Wayne / Batman.
Mm-hmm.
He did it in Under the Red Hood. He did it in Young Justice as well. I like his Batman. I do.
Yeah.
I mean, Kevin Conroy is obviously
Duh.
Batman, but Bruce Greenwood definitely a good second choice. Of course, you brought up Peter Weller earlier when we were talking about this, who is the person who did it in the Dark Knight, the 2 movies, Dark Knight Part 1 and
Knight
2.
Returns.
Returns.
Didn't like that.
No, I
that
didn't like
much.
that either.
Yeah.
Loved
Just
him in
felt
RoboCop
wrong.
though, but it just wasn't right. It was too dark. It was too ominous. Anyway, so that's that, and that's it for the news stories. Now we're going to go into a deeper dive topic news stories. The Wall Street Journal reports Mario Bros. Or Brothers set to jump to the big screen and movie deal with Universal's Illumination. Mario and Luigi are heading to the big screen in one of the highest profile licensing deals by a Hollywood studio in years. Illumination Entertainment, which makes animated films for Comcast Corp's Universal Pictures, is close to an agreement with Nintendo Co. to make an animated Super Mario Bros. Movie based on the 32-year-old video game series. God, it's 32 years old. About a pair of sibling plumbers who fight evil turtles and mushrooms in a fantasy kingdom, said people with knowledge of the decisions. Oh, Jesus Christ, what happened here? How do I get the rest of this story? Come on, Wall Street Journal.
Wall Street Journal. That's
Are you kidding me?
thing, yeah.
No,
honestly,
I read this story earlier. What the shit? This is bull. Hold on.
I mean, I don't think there's much more to say.
No, there's some other stuff. Well, it's important to note that the people that are making this, obviously, the people that made Minions, Despicable Me, Secret Life of Pets.
Mm-hmm.
So this is my question to you, Tim. You're we'd say a pretty hardcore Nintendo fan.
Hardcore Nintendo fan. Hardcore animation fan.
Right. Where you love all things Disney, all things
I do.
Pixar.
Disney nails it.
You love
Pixar
you can't
nails it.
You can't
DreamWorks, get the fuck out of here.
Right. So you can't shut
With
up
rare
about
exceptions.
the new Mario Odyssey game. You think it's great.
Mario Odyssey this, Mario Odyssey that.
Right.
That's all
Every
I
time I'm
talk
like, hey
about.
Tim, what do you want for lunch? Mario Odyssey,
Odyssey,
son.
man.
That's
You
all
gotta
I
get
do.
them moons,
all
boy.
day, every day, Mario. So where does this sit with you? What's your read on this? Are you excited about this? Are you what's your emotional state right now?
So I think that this is another one of those knee-jerk reactions where the internet is in an uproar and hating this, and it's just like, no, why? I don't think it's that big of a deal. Despicable Me, not that bad.
Not that bad.
Didn't watch the second or third. Saw the trailers for it. The trailers looked really bad.
I think I saw Despicable Me 2. But it's confusing because there's also a Minions movie.
Well, then there
right?
was Minions.
One had Sandra Bullock in it as the bad person, as the bad guy.
I couldn't even tell you.
I remember I liked the Despicable movie. I like the
Despicable
part
Me
where
1,
the
it was
little girl
not
goes,
bad.
it's so funny!
Yeah, that was the iconic part.
Grabs the
What
thing.
I always thought was
Makes me giggle.
weird was the plot of the first Despicable Me movie was eerily similar to the plot of the Raving Rabbids games. And the
Interesting.
Minions and Rabbids are
They're very close.
So close.
They're
so
very
like
close.
there seems to be something off here. The Rabbids and Mario are already playing all nice. So now the Minions and Mario playing out. There's like some weird tomfoolery going on.
So you want
here.
Minions versus Rabbids?
I don't want that actually.
Minions hanging out with Rabbids?
Like these people making the Mario movie, not my first choice.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'd rather it be Pixar
Pixar.
or Disney. Having said that, I don't want Pixar or Disney making a Mario movie. I take that back. Disney making a Mario movie, I'm pretty sold on. Pixar though, no. That's too much.
The thing that's interesting about this though is that obviously Nintendo, like when you think of companies that do it right, you know, like make great first party things, right? Obviously we're talking Pixar, we're talking Disney, we're talking Lucasfilm, like we're talking there are a handful of companies in entertainment that make a really, really stellar product over and over and over again. Nintendo is one of those companies, right? Mario, Zelda, they're always 10s, right? Or as close to a 10 as you possibly can get every time they release one of those.
Nintendo's movies, 10 out of 10. Super Mario Brothers, 1993. Bob Hoskins,
Excuse me.
Hoskins.
Bob
R.I.P.
Hoskins. R.I.P.
John Leguizamo though,
Still kicking.
stole the show.
Still on stuff. That's my question for these guys is that Nintendo seems to be like, you know, like Apple, right? Where how Apple used to be, where it's like, hey, we're gonna try to make this as perfect a product as humanly possible, but they've consistently failed on the movie side. Like they've never made something that's amazing, right?
Well, to be fair, consistently failed. Have they done anything besides
Well,
that?
didn't they do an animated Link series and stuff like that? Like, or was that a TV show?
Those are different. Those were those officially Nintendo? I don't think.
I don't know.
Well, there was the Super Mario
Zelda
Brothers Super Show, and then I guess there was the Excuse Me, Princess.
Either way,
Zelda.
they've
But
had-
those were considered hits. Because again, you're comparing those shows to Saturday morning cartoons. They fit right in.
Fair point.
You're not comparing that to like real TV.
Sure.
You know, but in terms of movies, Nintendo hasn't really like.
I guess they only have made that one, and they probably left such a bad taste in their mouth. They're like,
They're
we're
like,
good.
nah,
We're gonna stick with
we're
games.
out.
Well, that's my question. Like obviously, if they're doing it, anyone who sets out to make a movie about a property as valuable as Mario wants to make it great, obviously.
Yeah.
So I wonder. It's going to be interesting to follow the creative team behind this and see if they can actually pull some crazy ringers in. Because I'm assuming they want this to be as good of a product as their games are.
Yeah,
that would be the assumption.
I mean,
right?
well, so Universal. Someone in the chat, where are they at? Nintendo Boy 89 says, remember Nintendo also has a theme park deal with Universal, so cross promotion could happen. That makes a lot of sense. in terms of trying to build out this world.
Sure.
Nintendo's in a great upswing right now, and they know that their IP are the most valuable thing that they have.
Yeah.
So it's like, how can they branch that out and make it even more popular,
Sure.
bring it back? Like, why is Pokemon the success that it is? Because it's not just a video game. It's a whole
I
phenomenon
can't-
that never stopped.
But I have to imagine that on some level, there have to have been a discussion where they're like, should we license this to Disney Pixar? And maybe Disney didn't want it. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it was too expensive of a licensing deal. But at a certain point, like, wouldn't you be like, we could do Universal Studios or we could do Disneyland properties?
I mean, well, they have deals already with Universal, so you gotta
guess that
imagine
makes sense.
that
I
there's
guess that
something there.
makes
And also
sense.
just Disney, like,
Again,
Nintendo
not
and
saying,
Disney,
not
they're
saying that
just-
Universal can't make a great movie out of this. They absolutely can. It 100% comes down to the creative team you put behind it.
I mean, there's a lot to talk about here, because let's back up from all the logistics of who makes it and whatever.
Sure.
Can a Super Mario Brothers movie be good?
Yes,
I
100%.
don't think so.
100%.
I mean, can
anything
it?
can be good.
Yeah, you're right. But does this have any real chance of being good? No. It's going to be a kids movie. People are going to hate on it, just like Minions and all that other stuff.
But
it's going to do very well, unlike some of
Fair.
those movies. And because the thing is, what's Mario not known for? Story. At all.
How dare you, sir? In the new Super Mario Odyssey, of what I can gather, the Italian mob boss kidnapped the blonde girl, and then Mario's got to go after her because otherwise he's going to force her to marry him.
Yeah,
Great
it's
story.
a weird fucking story, man, to be honest.
What's crazy about that is that they're departing so much from the stories of prior Marios, where the Italian mob boss kidnapped the blonde girl and forced her to do other stuff, and then Mario has to come save her.
Yeah, man, it's a fucking weird world we live in.
It's a weird, wacky world.
Now, I am just realizing now that Nintendo doesn't have the best track record with not fucking up beloved IP in animated form. Cool, Greg, can you go to my Twitter real quick?
Yep.
We need to talk about this, Nick.
Let's
You okay? What happened?
Go to twitter.com/Tim Gettys, please. Now, scroll down about 3 tweets. No, it's right there, right there. Pop that motherfucker up, the Ryan
one?
Broderick.
Okay. There you go. Do you want to go into
you
the
pull-
tweet? You want to
pull
go into the
into it?
tweet? Let's go into the tweet.
Now go into that video, Cool Greg, and make
Click
sure
on
you get
that.
the audio
There you go.
going.
Let's get the audio going.
Thank you.
Audio
Thank
out.
you.
Audio out.
Now we're just gonna watch this together, guys.
Pikachu, why won't you get in your Pokeball?
Because I don't want to.
It's because I always want to be with you.
So,
Over 20 years, Nick.
Yeah.
Over 20 fucking years, there's rules. These Pokemon, they say their names or variations of their names. Yeah, okay, Meowth. Meowth can fucking talk. We understand that. For some reason, Meowth can talk. I never really understood why. But that was the only one. He was the bad guy. He could talk to Team Rocket.
Yeah.
It was right. Pikachu can't fucking talk. He just can't talk. This is the reaction that people have in this video. This video reminds me of the kid running with the knife.
yeah.
I could just watch it over and over
What do you
and
got
over.
there? A knife? No!
But like the guttural reaction of everyone in that theater being like, "What? No.
Now, you explained this to me. Wasn't this some sort of dream sequence or something
There's
that was
some
happening?
weird bullshit going on." But like the thing is, like this movie is it's celebrating 20 years of Pokemon movies. It's the 20th movie, and it kind of like was told a condensed version of season 1 in the first movie, and it was like a highlight thing, right? This is a scene from Pokemon the first movie, but it didn't happen like this shit. And there's been so many people tweeting at me who are like, it's a fucking kids movie. And like, you don't understand. Like, it resonates with the kids. No! What makes the bond between Ash and Pikachu matter is that there's so much emotion in Pikachu just saying Pikachu in different tones, in
It's just like
different
Groot.
ways.
It's just like Groot.
It really is. It really is. When you add this monstrosity,
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't even handle
they
it,
didn't
man.
even have the decency of casting The Rock or Danny DeVito as Pikachu.
no.
Like they did
We'll have to see Detective Pikachu. Yeah.
Which makes
104,000 retweets. And it fucking deserves it. This is blasphemy.
As an outsider,
Yeah.
as a person who's never watched or engaged in any Pokemon products other than to make fun of all you guys from
Mm-hmm.
Pokemon Go, which I did ad nauseum, this doesn't stand out to me as being like utterly crazy. His little cat character that speaks little meek voice.
Electric mouse, you fucking asshole. Meowth is a cat. Persian is a cat.
You're absolutely right. I apologize. Cat Zor, also a cat, from what I understand. Right? Feline Zor, also a cat.
Feline Zor. Yeah.
I am saying this. Look, there's a line, and maybe we should make this a deeper topic later in life. But there is that line, and look, there are some beloved franchises that I like when I was a kid that I will defend to the day I die. Transformers, not one of them. I don't care about Transformers.
Okay.
Doesn't matter to me. This, I get it. But you do have to evolve the product every once in a while, you know? Like if they did a Legend of Zelda movie, like they couldn't have Link not talk, or could they? I don't know. Master Chief's helmet has to come off at some point, right?
That's different. Those are different.
Are they? Because I'm sure there are people that would defend that. Master Chief can't take his helmet off. He's fucking.
That's fine.
You can't know what he looks like. But guess what? It's hard. There's only been one movie that I ever thought did it really well. Two movies that did it really well, where the hat had to come, like never came off. Dread. Mm-hmm. That's it. Actually, I was gonna say RoboCop, but no. At the beginning, we do see RoboCop, right? So that's the thing. Even in the new RoboCop, they were like, let's show his face, which I was like, no, don't do this, right? So I don't know.
This is different. This is different. There's. Some things are sacred, Nick. And Pikachu saying Pikachu is one of them.
Pika. Choo.
Like, it's not Halo. It's not, you're right, Master Chief can't take the helmet off. That is a big deal. I know sometimes we see little glimpses, but we don't see his face and blah, blah, blah. It's all cute. There's been, a max of 10 Halo games across all platforms, spin-offs and this and that, whatever.
It's still huge.
There's been so many Pokemon games. There's been so many cartoons. There's been so many.
Actually.
Pikachu's been featured in Smash Brothers. You know the sound of Pikachu.
Yeah.
The fuck is this shit?
It's
Get out of here.
Look, he's just, dude, maybe he just the whole time he had nothing better to say. But I'll tell you the people that do have something to say. The ones that go, P.S. I love this best friend, XOXO. Kindoffunny.com/bestfriend to nominate. Actually, before I do that, I'm sorry, we forgot to read tips. Let's read some tips right now and see what the people have to say about the peak and the choose.
Peak and the choose.
I choose you. Hold on, let me double check. These are good. 2 tips today, and we'll show some cheers too. Show the cheers, show the tips, ladies and gentlemen. High subscriptions. Oh, no. First tip today comes from Thomas. It says, it's a shame that amazing fantasy literature doesn't get the mainstream nerd recognition it deserves until made into a movie / show. Stormlight 3 dropped 2 days ago. Go check it out. Trust me, I paid $5 to tell you. Stormlight 3, everyone.
Go check out Stormlight.
Go check it out.
It'll be the next Game of Thrones.
There it is.
Thrones.
The Cinephile Guy has given us tips that I wanted you all to know about a film. Brigsby Bear. It's an indie that just came out on Blu-ray. I implore you to give this a shot. Mark Hamill is in it. My favorite of 2017. It's a triumph. And Mr. Yasman 300 has given us 500 cheers. Says, Nick, have you heard that Rotten Tomatoes will delay the Justice League Rotten Tomatoes score until Thursday for their Facebook show? It even though the review embargo for JL lifts tonight. P.S. Tell Andrea that if PUBG wins Game of the Year at the Game Awards against Zelda, Horizon, and Mario, it will be the biggest insult since Suicide winning an Oscar. The Rotten Tomato delaying their score, I mean, that's cool, but everyone else is still going to put their reviews up.
Cool.
So, I mean, I get it. I get it. They want to do a show on that. That's cool. But I mean, look,
people are upset about this. Nick.
I understand that, but at the same time, I read 3 early impressions of it. I know exactly where that film's going to score.
I get it. Yeah.
People are like, it's fun, but super flawed.
With reviews in this type of way, I just don't understand.
But I fall into it as well. I'm not going to lie. Like, I am a number fanatic. If it's
for Rotten Tomatoes, the Metacritic and Rotten Tomatoes are things I couldn't give a fuck less about.
I do.
The exception being when it's in the extreme high on Metacritic, when things like Zelda and Mario are getting like, holy shit, these are the greatest reviewed things of all time. Great, that's something to talk about. When it's like, oh, the difference between even like a 30 to an 80.
Right.
There's just too much fucking range with the bullshit.
It's also highly subjective, right? And it doesn't necessarily mean success, which is unfortunate. Like, those two aren't necessarily linked to each other, right? If you remember, Blade Runner 2049 had like, I think it was above an 85, maybe it was almost even in the 90s at a certain point. Tanked, right? Daddy's Home 2 comes in at 16%, $30 million over the weekend.
Daddy's Home.
So, I don't know. I mean, the scores really don't mean everything. Movies are subjective, and sometimes people want to just go to watch something that's entertaining. But I just like to see how everything fares, and I like to see the aggregate. I'm an aggregate whore, basically.
All right.
I'm a whore for the aggregate number. Kindoffunny.com/bestfriend is your opportunity to nominate someone in our community that you feel is doing a great job, just like Matthew Anderson did for Eric Jansen. Matthew Anderson went to kindoffunny.com/bestfriend and nominated Eric, said, I want to shout out Eric Jansen. If it was not for him, I would never have found out the reason why I no longer saw Greg Miller and Colin Moria already on IGN. I also never would have been introduced to Nick Scarpino and Tim Gettys. And he didn't say it here, but I'm just saying that's a travesty, obviously. Not knowing the two of us How do you go on? How do people? I don't know how normal people live their
How do
life
you
without
function?
knowing us. You are all the coolest people on the internet, and Eric is the reason I know who you all are. After I started watching you, I was inspired to get involved in gaming podcasts with Eric, and we are hitting the ground running, trying to do what you guys do best. Thanks, Eric, and may our podcast, the ADHD Games podcast, grow to have a community as awesome as Kinda Funny has. That's nice.
Thank you.
I like to see people getting out there and exploring their passions as well. That is great, and it warms the cockles of my heart that we had something to do with that. That's great. Tim, it's giveaway time.
Giveaway time. 4 ways to win.
Why don't you tell
be
the
in the
people?
chat. 2,
Tell the people.
Be a subscriber on twitch.tv/kindafunnygames.
That seems
Or
complicated.
If
Is
you
it
have
hard?
Amazon Prime, you can get Twitch Prime, which means you get a free subscription each and every month. You can throw our way for no extra costs to you. Then you get entered. Or you can be a subscriber at the $2 or above level on patreon.com/kindafunny or patreon.com/kindafunnygames. 4 ways to win. They add on top of each other. We put them in a little magic number generator. Boom. We get winners like...
Just like from Twitch chat today. This person has won Project Cars 2, which is a game that I used to give shit to, and then I played, and I was like, this is really fucking cool.
Really?
I want a copy of it, yeah. D-Danger10. Congratulations, D-Danger10. You have won Project Cars 2 on the Xbox One. Cool, Greg.
Yeah.
You have to message this person with this. Or maybe, does Joey do that now?
I have no idea.
Is that Double D?
No. I don't think so. That's Cheeks Jr.
Oh, okay.
Double D Danger 10 on Twitch. I don't know who that person is, but it's a cool name. Double D Danger. Congratulations, Tim. Let's go into the chat. Queue up your questions, comments, concerns, compliments, or just criticisms, whatever you want to
Whatever you
do.
wanna
Anything that
throw
starts
at
with a C.
us.
We'll talk to the normal people first, the people who have just decided to pop into the chat all willy-nilly, haphazardly.
Willy-nilly.
And then, of course, we will go into the subscribers. We are also calling them the chosen few because they are chosen to be awesome. One of you will be the golden child today, and I will pick that person.
Mr. Yasman300 says, guys, the Super Mario Brothers movie should be directed by Martin Scorsese and star Robert De Niro as Mario, Al Pacino as Luigi, Jonah Hill as Toad, Margot Robbie as Peach, Joe Pesci as Wario, Harvey Keitel as Waluigi, and Leonardo DiCaprio as Bowser. Load Last Checkpoint says, is Jack Patillo still coming for the Justice League Reacts? Yes, he is. He will also be joining us on the Kinda Funny Games cast. That is on Thursday.
Now, what was that cast again? Was Steve Harvey in it? Is that his name?
No,
Then
it was
they
Steve
fucked
Harvey.
up. Listen, everyone knows that if you want to make your video games and movie property good, it has to have Steve Harvey in it in some way.
Who would he
shape, or
be?
form.
Toad? Maybe? I think he'd be a
Fucking
good Toad.
anyone. Steve Harvey's awesome.
Yeah.
Just, stay away from his emails.
Hey, Tim,
Yes.
while Nick's doing that, for this code, am I supposed to have a codes? What do I message him right now? Or do I just write
We'll
down
take
the
care
name?
of it after.
We'll take
Just
care of
remind
it.
me.
Got it.
I actually just Slack Joey real quick and
Perfect.
just ask
Thank
her
you.
if she could send the person the code. Thank you. Sean B says, Nick, what are your thoughts on Bisbang fighting again only a few weeks from the GSP fight? That's a terrible idea. But he did get choked out. So it's not bad. It's not like he got knocked out, but he took a fucking beating in that. They both took a beating in that. I don't think they should fight. Jask Lee 09 says, Nick, can you explain the masterpiece that is Blade Runner? Finally watched the final cut, and I'm not sure I get it. Not much to get. It's more about just exploring that world and telling a story through a lot of the visuals and with light. Watch it again and just pay attention to the actual frames. They're actually beautifully, beautifully shot film. But the first Blade Runner, very simple. Very simple story.
Big B3N21 says, Nutty Professor it with Steve Harvey.
I mean, Steve Harvey can do anything.
That's
what I'm
amazing,
saying.
though. I love that idea.
Most ADD says, Nick, what are your thoughts on the Ben Affleck movie, The Town? I actually really likes The Town.
I never watched The Town.
It's good, but it's like Ben Affleck in Boston as
being Boston, being Ben
being a what are they, Bostonian? Bostonian?
Bostonian,
Yeah. I mean, it's like everything's wicked good time. Wicked good
wicked good
time.
time.
It's wicked. Hey, is that wicked? It's
Did you ever
wicked.
see Four Brothers?
I did with Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't like it. It was weird. They had a shootout at their mom's house at the end. I was like, what the fuck is happening, man? Movie made no sense. But it's Mark Wahlberg.
D-Danger10 says, Tim and Nick, I'm not Cheeks Jr. My name's Dustin. Well, congratulations, Dustin. You're a winner.
There you go, Dustin.
Let's get into sub-only. mode.
Done. I just did it. Oh, that's not right. And that's how I type. Rudio87 is our last Norma that gets the comment. Says, is Nick prepared for Circus's retaliation? If Andy Circus retaliates against me, it'll be the greatest thing I've ever done in my life. because he actually has real talent. Striving says Four Brothers was cool. Well, everyone's entitled to their wrong opinion.
Mr. Yasmin the owner says, Tim, are you a fan of Kim Possible and you'd like to see a live action movie?
Yeah.
Yes, I am a fan. And I would only like to see a live action Kim Possible movie if Pitbull plays the part of Rufus, the naked mole rat.
Asshole. I don't like that you just put that image in my head.
Don't they look the same?
I hate that you told
Google
me
it. Google it and search right now.
Pitbull and who?
Rufus.
Let's look at this. While we're doing this, Lakers Head 2432 says, when will Lakers Head win? Question mark.
I don't know, man. You have 4 ways
Nobody
to
knows.
win, though.
I don't know.
Hey, Stellar says the Geostorm podcast should happen. I don't know what the Geostorm podcast would be.
The Geostorm podcast happens after the second glass of wine every time we go out with Gia.
Yes.
Then it becomes the Geos. Oh, wow.
Yeah, pull it up. Pull it up.
this
Show the people.
up.
Show the people.
Oh, my God.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
God bless Pitbull. He is
Mr. Worldwide.
He's Mr. Worldwide, man. He puts the work in.
You know what? What's great
Good for him.
Remember I told you I got all the Now That's What I Call Music, and I've been listening to him?
Yeah.
Because that's my life now. When you hear old Pitbull songs, he doesn't call himself Mr. Worldwide. It's Mr. 305. Like, he works his way up as he starts to claim territories.
God, that's awesome. That's so
I
good.
fucking love it. I fucking love it. All right, one more.
Fetty Waffle says, Nick, best serious Mark Wahlberg movie in your opinion? I think he was in a movie called We Own the Night, which was him and Joaquin Phoenix. And that movie was actually way better than it had any right to be. It was actually a really good movie. And it was about two brothers. One of them's kind of a criminal, and the other one's Mark Wahlberg plays a cop, and their dad is like the head of the police department, gets killed. It's just more just about brothers. I remember really liking that movie. Let me double check that I'm not misquoting myself. Yes, I liked that movie a lot. That was one, and it made me actually call my brother afterward and like talk to him for a while. That's one of my favorite Mark Wahlberg movies.
Fayaz690 says, Kim Possible's brother was Sean from Boy Meets World. You're incorrect, sir. Kim Possible's best friend, Ron, was voiced by the dude that did Eric from Boy Meets World. Unless
and on that note,
brother that I didn't know.
On that note, ladies and gentlemen, that's your Kind of Funny morning show for November 14th, which is a Tuesday, even though it feels like a goddamn Friday.
Yeah.
Tim, thanks for joining me.
Do you know who made the Geostorm podcast intro?
No, but he's a god.
Whoever it is, we need to find them. I want them to remake it with images of Geostorm.
Tim. That's what I'll say. I don't know.
Yeah,
I was trying to think of a Gia parlance, but I don't know.
Geostorm podcast.
Geostorm podcast. Wheel spin. Everyone, thanks for joining us. We'll be back tomorrow, 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, West Coast, Best Coast. Until then, stick around. I will be reading subscribers. If you're one of the subscribers, or you want to be a subscriber, and you want to hear your name come out of this mouth, get there now. And after that, Kind of Funny Games Daily, we'll be back with Gary Whitta and Andrea Renee talking about all the gaming news. I will see you tomorrow on the other side. Stick around. Love you.